Issue 15. Creating a balanced character. There is a tendency for writers to make their main character the one who solves every problem. If they find a locked door, they are clever enough to pick the lock. Huge boulder? They're now strong as a titan. Computer needs hacked? They can do that as well. And while you may be able to get away with one or two of these things, at some point the audience is going to lose interest because you, as the author, keep editing the character. This means there's no real tension and there's nothing at stake. Even then, if you limit it to one skill, no one really cares about a super strong Valkyrie or an expert hacker unless they have something that puts them in danger, something that can lead to their downfall despite their skills. This is often done externally in the guise of a big bad guy, but internally there should exist a threat within their own personality as well. So how do you do that? How do you create the balance of strength and weakness? First, examine what was sacrificed for their skill. In the example of an expert hacker, we have someone who probably spends a great amount of time in study over a computer. Probably spent a lot of money on expensive components and programs. Possibly got in trouble with the law for his activities. So we already have a list of possible weaknesses: poor health, bad at money, criminal record, trauma from incarceration. Then we can add a personal story to it. Maybe he borrowed money from Jimmy the Stabber to buy that new graphics card. Maybe he got overdue on his payments. Maybe he's missing an eye now and is terrified of sharp objects. Now we have a character. Exceptional skill is balanced by exceptional weakness. What's more, the weakness is directly connected to his skill, and to explain it, we have an interesting history for the character to reveal over time. But let's say the skill was given to them, or they were born with it. What do you do if they didn't need to sacrifice anything? Examine how it complicates their life. Power brings attention. If you give a person the ability to shoot eye lasers, there are gonna be folks that look at that and say, that's a safety hazard. Most of the world doesn't like a power it can't control. So when you give power to a character, expect that someone will either want to stop them from using it or co-opt it to use for their own benefit. They may leverage family or finances to get this done, putting those they care about in peril. This is a common trope for superhero and chosen one stories. And while these problems are external, they can create internal issues. Your character may become unwilling to use their powers because the cost is greater than the benefits. They may crack under the public pressure. The people they once counted on could betray them and cause serious trust issues. They may succumb to greed for a time, selling their power for comfort and wealth, living with an emptiness within due to their choices. Because it is these things, the personal stories, that really break the character and make them someone an audience wants to follow. We want to see them succeed because of how high the risk of failure is. We all struggle with mistakes and fears and things we can't get right no matter how hard we try. So when we read a story about someone who faces limitations and pressure and things they can't get right no matter how hard they try, it resonates. And that makes them just that touch more real in our minds. Thanks for listening, and good words to you all.